The Kaduna State Judiciary High Court of Justice at GRA Zaria has finally delivered its judgment in the long-running debt recovery case between Alhaji Umar Faruk and Honorable Sani Sha'aban Zazzau. In its judgment, the court, presided over by Justice Kabir Dabo, reaffirmed the decision of the Upper Sharia Court that Honorable Sani Sha'aban should repay back the outstanding loan of $709,238 and $11,200,000 naira as he collected from Alhaji Umar Faruk when he was in financial trouble at UAE Dubai, or trade some of his Zaria-Kano properties used as collateral to settle the debt. The judge further cleared the appellant counsel request in the application challenging the Upper Sharia Court, who passed the initial judgment against Sha'aban, that the court has the jurisdiction to do so, and there will be also no need for presenting witnesses as they had already admitted the claim and made part payment. He awarded Sha'aban 1.5 million naira fine as compensation for delay and wasting the respondent Alhaji Umar Faruk's time throughout the case, and dismissed the appeal. The appeals originates from a February 12, 2024 judgment by Justice Salihu Madahu of the Upper Sharia Court, GRA Zaria, which found Sha'aban liable for debt owing to Alhaji Umar Faruk. A loan agreement was signed in 2018 by Honorable Sani Sha'aban and Alhaji Umar Faruk to secure Sha'aban's release when he was in financial trouble at UAE Dubai. A total amount of $1 million, $11,200,000 was given to Sha'aban without interest under the strict Islamic law, which was drafted and witnessed by his lawyer and signed by his son, but later on his return declined sign in acceptance. Sha'aban had already paid $290,762 out of $1 million loan and declined to pay the remaining balance. Part of the conditions attached was the redemption of the loan within 6 months and with the same currency as he collected. Sha'aban filed an appeal at High Court GRA Zaria, but on the 3rd February 2025, the case was adjourned and transferred to Kafanchan due to a backlog of cases and failure to serve the notice of the appeal on the respondent. However, on Monday 10th March 2025, the judge, Justice Darius Kubo at Kafanchan, transferred the case back to Zaria after jurisdiction was reviewed. Subsequently, on the Wednesday 23rd July 2025 session of the appeal, which lasted for 2 consecutive sittings within the same day, the presiding judge, Justice Yakubu Badamasi, supported by Justice Kabir Dabo, after review of the argument of the appeal, announced the court readiness to deliver the judgment at the next session. Eventually, while delivering the judgment, after reading the analysis of the whole court records of proceedings, the High Court confirmed the initial decision of the Upper Sharia Court against Sha'aban. Speaking earlier after the court judgment, counsel to the respondent Abdullahi Yahya expressed his happiness that the truth has revealed.
At least we are happy that this round of the fight has ended. We hope that they would concede to the fact that and try to pay off this debt. It's a debt. We're Muslims, for crying out loud. Nobody wants to die with a debt. We pray that God will give him the wherewithal to pay and the mind to settle his debt. As our religion says, if you are indebted, pay up.
On the other hand, the appellant counsel Barrister Usman Gambo narrates to the newsmen that until they receive the certified court judgment copy to decide what to do or not.
That is the decision of the court, and we at this level ordinarily are not questioning it. You understand? And to challenge the decision of the court, we have to go upstairs. That's how we call it, upstairs. The judgment of the court is not handy up to now. We have to have the certified true copy, go through it, know what is exactly in it before we can decide what to do or what not to do.
The court ordered the sale of Sha'aban's properties in Zaria-Kano, including a residence at GRA Zaria respectively, which were used as collateral for the loan to repay the outstanding debt totaling $709,238 and $11,200,000 naira. Also, the court further directed that Sha'aban shall complete the balance if the value of the properties are not up to the adjudged amount indebted to him. Sani Abdullahi, LV Hood News.